Welcome back to 3 Minutes Studio. Today, we read digging into the truth about one of the Bible's most famous peoples, the Philistines. Were they really just the brutal enemies of ancient Israel, or were they a powerful, seafaring civilization that brought game-changing innovations to the ancient world? Let's uncover the real story of the Philistine civilization, all in just 3 minutes. Around 1200 BCE, as the Bronze Age world was falling apart, mysterious groups known as the Sea Peoples swept across the eastern Mediterranean. Among them were the Philistines. They settled along the southern coast of Canaan, establishing a powerful league of 5 cities: Gaza, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Ekron, and Gath. This became known as the Philistine Pentapolis. Archaeological evidence, like unique pottery styles and architecture, suggests they might have come from the Aegean world, possibly Crete, or mainland Greece. They were skilled mariners and traders, and their arrival marked the rise of a new power in the region, one that would challenge both the Israelites and the mighty Egyptians. Despite their negative portrayal in the biblical narrative, the Philistines were a highly advanced and cultured society. They built impressive fortified cities and were master artisans, crafting beautiful pottery inspired by Mycenaean Greek styles. They were also metallurgical pioneers, bringing new ironworking techniques to the region. And here's a fun fact: they introduced pigs into the local diet, which was a first for the southern Levant. Their religion was a fascinating mix of influences, with gods like Dagon, who was tied to grain and fertility, and possibly the goddess Ashdod. They weren't just copies of other cultures. They created a unique identity by blending Aegean traditions with local Canaanite customs, which left a lasting mark on trade and politics for centuries. Of course, the Philistines did clash frequently with their Israelite neighbors. The story of David and Goliath is the most famous example of this rivalry. But beyond these biblical accounts, they were major political players. They controlled key trade routes and held their own against powerful empires. Their dominance began to fade by the 8th century BCE, when the mighty Assyrian Empire expanded into the region. The final blow came in 600 BCE, when the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II sacked their cities, effectively wiping them off the map. Although the Philistine people disappeared from history, their name lived on. The term Palestine is actually derived from Philistia, the land of the Philistines. So, the Philistines were far more than just villains in an old story. They were innovators, master traders, and survivors in a rapidly changing world. If you enjoyed this quick dive into an ancient mystery, smash that like button, subscribe, and join us for more historical adventures right here on 3 Minutes Studio.